I didn't know whether he would eat it or climb it. I stopped short of getting anyone jelly deals. He would only have 5 potatoes, a little bit of ketchup, but spread on the bun. Giving this too much thought, isn't I? For starters, I've got some food stories for you. I used to like going out to eat after a game. I always felt he deserved it. I remember on a few occasions at Chelsea, there's a pie and mash shop, which is traditional London food. And I used to treat the guys, or some might say it wasn't a treat, to pie and mash takeaway on the coach home. We had mixed reviews from some of the foreign lads who didn't understand the pie, the mash, the liquor. I stopped short of getting anyone jelly deals. I didn't want responsibility for that. JT at Chelsea was very, very superstitious. He had a routine, which a lot of defenders and a lot of captains do. He would only have 5 potatoes. It was then, again, you're dependent on the size of the potatoes. So he would be at the buffet, moving the potatoes around to make, if he's hungry, to find a big one to put on his plate. We all do some weird things before that we think affect our game. Teammate who I played with who ate the most. Oh, I think I remember Jimmy Floyd putting some food away, actually. Jimmy liked his food, and do you know what, Rio Ferdinand? I've never seen a guy eat as much food as him. Sometimes you'd be queuing up to get the buffet for a meal, and I didn't know whether he would eat it or climb it. It was so much of it on the plate. So Rio just ate so much, and always trim, which was annoying. Cheat meal for me, it has to be a burger. I'm very specific. I like a brioche bun, very soft. The patty, the beef, real good quality. A nice cheddar cheese, nothing too tricky there. Sliced gherkins with some nice onions, but not cooked too much. Still got that kick to them. A little bit of ketchup spread on the bun, so it's not spilling all over you. I've given this too much thought, haven't I? If I had to pick 2 Champions League teammates for a takeaway, it would be my good mate, Wayne Bridge, because he scored one of the most important goals in Chelsea's history. He would be one. And Ashley Cole. Ash was a sweet guy. If I'm ordering, it's going to be fish and chips. If you like that fishy taste, you go with a haddock. If you like it a bit more mild, a bit softer, you go for the cod. And you've got to have mushy peas. You get a good mushy peas done with the right way, superb. And it looks better because you've got a bit of green on your plate as well. For the main, let's tuck in to the Champions League playoffs.
Joe, we're just going to give you an iPad with the fixtures on.
Okay. Oof, some massive, massive games there. Pick of the playoff fixtures for me is clearly Manchester City versus Real Madrid. Real Madrid, Rodrigo coming back into the fore, looking a lot stronger. Manchester City, on the other hand, find it a little bit more difficult to come out of their bad run. I think the problem with Manchester City is there's a big gap in the counter-attack, so teams are transitioning on Manchester City. By the time they play Real Madrid, if you don't deal with that, when you've got Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, Bellingham on the counter-attack, I would fancy Real Madrid. Do you know what would be nice? It would be nice to see Pep, what he does to get Manchester City out of this problem. How does he solve the counter-attack issue? I have an idea of how both teams will play, and I think the game will be won by a manager switching it and tweaking it. So it's intriguing on so many levels, that game. Monaco versus Benfica is an interesting one. Monaco, some of the best young talents in European football. Benfica, watched the Barcelona game. Brilliant and ridiculous in the same game. Player I expect to make the difference in the playoffs, Barcola at PSG. You know, you're replacing Kylian Mbappe, who's been an absolute legend, directly into his position. Very similar type of players, and he's taken Ligue 1 by storm. I think he'll grow into this Champions League. And I got a sneaky feeling PSG will have something to say. I think they've got the right manager in, and they've got the right mentality. I'm not saying they'll win it, but I think they're a big problem for anyone they play in the last 16 and last 8, once they beat Brest. For dessert, we're going to be playing Food Ballers, where I'm going to tell you who I think is the best player by eating fruit. We have 3 tubs here: melon, Jamal Musiala; raspberries, Bernardo Silva; and mangoes, Deco. Let's dig in.
Best dribbler.
Best dribbler. I'm gonna go with. I actually coached him at Chelsea as a young player, and he was only 15, and he's just a natural-born dribbler, big, tall guy, can glide past players. So yeah, he is very, very good.
Best passer.
Best passer. Ooh. 2 elite level passers, but I'm gonna go with the lad I played with at Chelsea. Player I admired greatly and was so impressed when I played with him. Brilliant, brilliant player.
Most skillful.
I feel a little bit like I shouldn't leave Bernardo Silva out, and I also like raspberries. So, Bernardo Silva, unbelievable player.
Best finisher.
Can all score goals, but I'm going to go with Bernardo Silva again.
Who's got the best vision?
The main man, Deco. He could play deep, he could play off the wide. I know firsthand how good his vision is.
Who's the best player overall?
Oh, can't give it to Jamal Musiala because he's still young. I'm just going to go Deco. Sorry, Bernardo Silva. Really nice. This has been Matchday Menu with Just Eat. Hope you've enjoyed your meal, and we'll see you soon. Tell sign me up, just getting fed. This is what gig this is. Yeah, what? Chicken wings. Chicken wings.